Okay, next you need to be able to get the correlation coefficient for your line of regression. So in the last video, you got your line of regression and you got the equation for the line of regression. And I showed you how you can do it in the graph and how you can use functions to get it here as well. Um, so, there's a way to get it from the graph. I'll show you that way. And then there's a way to use a spreadsheet function to get it. But first from the graph. So what you want to do is click on the graph, click on the three vertical dots in the corner and put edit chart and go to customize, go to series and scroll down where it says trend line. This is what you clicked on to bring this up, actually to add this line to your scatter plot. If you click this box, which says show R squared, now remember, R squared is the coefficient of determination. So R squared is equal to 0.766. So that is not your correlation coefficient, okay? Let me kind of show you what that is. So the coefficient of determination is R squared. Can I make that a superscript? I don't think I can do that easily. So just imagine that's R to the squared power. So that is 0.766. In order to get your correlation coefficient, which is just R, you have to take the square root of this coefficient of determination. So what we'll do is we'll use a function. So I'll put equals square root. So I just started typing SQR, and that'll give me, let's see here, square root. So SQRT is the square root function. And I want to get the square root of that number. So I'll just click on it, right parentheses, and I hate it when it tries to auto-suggest. So this is the correlation coefficient for this line of regression here. So I have to calculate that from this coefficient of determination, this R squared value. And once again, how I got that to come up is I clicked on the graph, clicked on these three dots, chose edit chart, and then I went to customize, series. Then down here below trend line, I clicked this box, which said show R squared, okay, which is the coefficient of determination right there. All right, so that's one way to get your correlation coefficient. The other way is to use a correlation function, okay? So one way you can do it is we can go to insert, and we can insert a function. And scroll down, we can insert a statistical function. And this is the one we want, correl, which is correlation. Okay, so if I left click on that, it's going to put this correlation function in here. And it's not sharing with us the arguments that it wants, but the first set of arguments it wants are the Y values. So for me, that was the speed column, or column D. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in, I want everything from D2 to D242, because the D242 was the last row of data in the speed column. Okay, so those are my Y values. Now I want to put my list of X values, which for me, that was vertical height. Okay, that's column E. So I'm going to say everything from E2. E2 is this first row of data, and then colon to E242, which is the last one. And after I type that in, if it didn't put in a right parentheses, put in right parentheses, hit enter, and it calculates the correlation coefficient directly without having to first get this coefficient of determination and square root it. Okay, so those are the two ways that you can get the correlation coefficient for your line of regression on your scatter plot. Let me know if you have any questions.